think about this. When so like yeah, so when the first one switches once, we'll call that point 0.5. So when the very background layer has made point 0.5 of a full rotation. And by full rotation, I don't just mean like switching from slide 1 to slide 2, or excuse me, from slide 0 to slide 1, or vice versa. I mean like switching all the way from slide 0, wrapping all the way around, and coming back to slide 0 again. So in point 0.5, like right now we go 100% of that time. And in 100% of that time, they all end up exactly lined up again. But in 50% of that time, in 50% of the time it takes the background to make a full rotation, the midground has made a full rotation because the midground moves exactly twice as fast. That's why even when the background is at 1, because it's only did 50%, the foreground is, or the middle ground is still at 0 again because it's literally done that full rotation. The front layer has done 150% of a rotation, right? Because it moves, yeah, 3 times as fast. So 150%. So it's made one full rotation, but then it's made a whole other half rotation, which is why it goes 101. Okay, so it's 101. So basically, I guess what we're going to do is, this is weird, but whatever. So where's our, yeah, where do we handle this stuff? Oh my gosh, everywhere, like all throughout here. This is not like conceptually that hard. We just like parceled out or we just parsed through the toughest part of it, but now implementing it is going to be slightly hairy. So, all right, I won't complain. Uh, the 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 what? Yeah, where do we start here? I guess for starters, I'm gonna set this data. It's gonna be it's gonna be, how do I want to keep track of it? Do I have like a oh yeah, wait. Yeah, okay, so the background is gonna be layer 0. Okay. So I'm gonna say so we're gonna start with the background. And we're gonna go, so where's this art stuff? Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna have like BG trans slide. Uh, all right, so we're gonna go equals. So it's gonna be a list of lists. The first list is going to be 0, 0, 0, and the second list is going to be 1, 0, 1. This is overkill, is it? Ye. I mean, I guess I don't. Hmm. No, this is fine. I mean, I guess I don't. I guess I could shorten the list. Oh well, no. No, I could just do this with a single variable. Yeah, I could just do this with a single variable. I just, whoops, I don't have to, yeah, no, I'll just say, so BG translide equals 0, right? And so, yeah, no, okay, so this is simple, great. We just add one variable for BG translide, and then in the case that we're initiating a transition on slide 1 rather than slide 0, we'll set BG translide equal to 1, and we won't bother checking BG translide for the midground layer. The midground layer doesn't need to get changed. The only thing that has to get changed is how we reference the background and the foreground layer. Okay. Are there are there any other loose ends that like aren't going to work here? I mean, I'll have to check it. I'll have to fix up the mid. I'll have to fix up the transition pieces on the special layers as well. But the special layers all correspond to an other layer, and so for special transition type, how do I forget how I denote the special transition types, but basically for the special transition that does snow, I'll need to I'll need to update those two. But for the one that does the river, I think the one that does the river will update itself automatically, or like it'll automatically work. Hey, happy birthday to the two adventurers whose birthday it is today. Uh, Leifo and Trent Sterling. Happy birthday. Okay. All right. Yeah. Here we go. So, yeah, if BG train, ah, I don't have to update anything above this point. This is like the first point at which we actually start blitting stuff, right? Or no, maybe I do. Yeah, let's just start at the top. So, if not GM stay, oh yeah, you're right. Because now we have to like look at different times for the transition slides as well. We don't just look for. We don't just look for. Yeah. So if not GM stay and BG trans time is less than frame time, I mean we're gonna get rid of BG trans time, but we'll leave it in for now. Because we're not ready to get rid of it yet. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay. Transition list, BG name next. Oh yeah. This is just where we initiate the transition. Oh yeah. Sure. So I guess here where we're initiating the transition, this is where we can calculate which slide will be the transition slide. Next environment equals environment. Yeah. Let's do that first, I guess. Let's say, okay, so how are we going to calculate this? We'll look at the background layer. So we'll look at env dot, or so if env dot layers, liars as I was asked to call it once upon a time. So if bg dot scroll index 0 is greater than wait, what, how do we check down here? Because this is like how we initiate the transition. So down here we check if oh, speed minus g width. Oh, we do a much crazier calculation down here. So yeah, we don't actually have to do that full calculation. All we have to check is which of the scrolls is going to hit the edge first. Wait, why do I do it like this? Why don't I just environment layers BG speed? Oh yeah, this is I guess in case I felt like changing the speed. I think that's overkill at this point because I can't really consider the layers speeds variable relative to each other anymore. So I mean, I could even just simplify that a bit, but I'll leave it like that for now. I'm pretty sure the way these scrolls work, they have negative position because their position is measured from the upper left corner, and they keep scrolling like off the screen. So like if you think of one starting exactly center on the screen, like its upper left corner is going to slowly like move off screen. And so if it started at the 0 position, it's moving into the negative range. So basically we have to check if scroll index 0, which is the position of the scrolling slide, if that is a positive number, so if it's greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0. Wait, how do we initiate the transition between if layers BG does speed minus G width. Wait, speed minus G width? Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, that's why we use speed? Just to see where it's going to move to within this frame. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Because I guess we're actually checking this before we actually translate the slide. So yeah, that's why we're using speed, just to, right, okay. Uh, and sorry, I need to climb stairs to jog my brain. um, layers, BG, scroll. So G width. We're checking, in this case, we're checking if scroll 0 is, oh, scroll 0 is the one that we swap out. Oh, right. Oh, weird, right. So actually, no, I'm not thinking this in terms of 0 being the one on screen. 0 is the one that's actually off screen in this case, because 0 is the one that gets swapped out, I guess. I mean, that's what we're looking for here. Wait, minus G width is greater than, wait. Minus G width is going to be a very negative number, because G width is 1920. G width is the length of the graphics, or the width of the graphics. So if speed is 2 and the G width is 1920, then if negative 1918 is greater than environment layers. Okay, yeah, no. So we are checking if this is like exactly off screen, which is also the case if it's about to move on screen from the other edge. Yeah. All right. So right. Okay. So the zeros were the ones getting swapped out previously. Uh, so all right. So the 0 case will now be uh, yeah, that same case. So like so if okay, so I'll say if so I'll say if it's less than 0, then that's gonna happen first for, oh, well, no, I should just compare them to each other, I guess, because like it's whichever one's lower is the one that's gonna is the one for which this will trigger first. So if, because like yeah, the two scroll values, like they can't be equivalent, like because they represent like two slides that are either like to the left or right of each other at any given time. So I'll just check which one's to the right or which one's to the left, I guess, or like how they compare to each other. All right. So if so if scroll 0 is less than scroll 1, that is the case where that's the 0 case. So BG scroll or no, BG, what did I call it? BG trans slide. I should make that smaller because I'm gonna be using this number a lot. I'm gonna be referencing this a lot. So I'm just gonna call it like BG BGT slide or something like that, or BGTS or something. I don't know. It's just gonna get used so much that I don't want it to be like super wordy. So in this case, it equals 0. Else BGTS equals 1. And I think I don't actually technically have to declare it up here, but I will for no particular reason. All right, so now we know BGTS, and so now basically we just all those times that we were referencing scroll 0, we'll want to probably be referencing BGTS. A lot of the places that we reference scroll 0, we'll want to be referencing BGTS. So let's just look up every reference to scroll 0. All right, so this is an example where we actually want to use not scroll 0, we want to use BGTS. Okay. Scroll index BGTS. Okay, so for the middle ground is the one that we said will be 0 all the time, so we don't have to use it there. But for the near ground, we do have to use BGTS because it's not always 0. The foreground, foreground. What? Foreground, I hadn't even been thinking about that because there's no transition slide for foreground, but I guess it is technically part of the transition process. So uh, will that's the foreground moves at 4 times the speed of the background, so we'll call that like the midground, which is, basically it's odds and evens, right? So that one's even, so it's like the midground, so we don't actually change it. So foreground, like Groby just said, we don't change it. Near ground, we do change. Midground, we don't change. And then background, we do change. You might notice this goes like from back to front and then from front to back again, because that's how the phases of the transition are. Yeah, isn't Protospasm's quest like awesome? The all of the outcomes are very poetic too. It's I don't know, it's pretty rad. Protospasm is so far the only player to have the Quill badge for having written a quest for the game, or having written an event that actually got added to the game. Okay, so scroll. Is it only references to scroll? It might not only be references to scroll. No, it's probably comes up in other places too, because it's about which ones we blit differently. Oh, you know what else I need is probably like the opposite of BGTS. Like I probably need like the alternative. Like I probably need to reference each of them individually in different ways. Oh, yikes! Is that? No, it's got to be feasible. Yeah, no, this is feasible. Right, because there's no overlap. It was just occurring to me, like, if the order of rendering mattered, then no, I don't think it could, because we're talking about. Oh gosh, I hope it doesn't matter. We render the background fully, then we render the midground, then we render the foreground, then or near ground, then we render the foreground. Like we don't do it slide by slide. I hope. Oh cripes! Because if we do it slide by slide, I'll have to like change the whole thing, and I really don't want to change this whole thing. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully, I set it up correctly the first time. All right. So, yeah, I might need that other number, which is really simple. It's just if BGTS is 0, we'll need a value to represent 1, and vice versa. All right, so I'll just highlight all the instances of index 0, because all the instances of index 0 are potentially cases wherein we'll be referencing this other one instead. So yeah, like this, for example. So scroll 0. This is all part of the transition, so we actually want this to be BGTS. Again, these are references to the background as part of the transition system, so BGTS. These are references to the midground, so we can leave those the same. These are references to the anchor layer. Oh no. Oh no. One of the special, shoot. One of the I mean, this isn't so bad, but one of the special environment types is the river, which has a layer that moves in the opposite direction as the rest of the layers. The water moves in the same direction as the adventures. It moves contrary to the rest of the movement of the environments, or the rest of the parallaxing. And so to determine the endpoint, it anchors to another layer. It can anchor to either of its adjacent layers. And so for any position of that possible slide, it will be able to anchor to either a layer that does or does not use BGTS. So, all right, so we have to put in a conditional to check whether the layer is, all right, so anchor layer, how do I save anchor layer? Like, how do we keep track of this data? T-lines index 0 of the trans data. All right, so let's go to events, or not events, excuse me, backgrounds. So what would it be one? Like river, transition, forest, river data. Midground. All right, so we just keep it as the abbreviation. All right, that's simple enough. So right, what do we do here? Oh, we're already checking if it equals mid-ground or near ground. Delightful. Okay, good. Great. All right, so this is only in the case that anchor layer equals mid-ground. Oh, and in the case that anchor layer equals mid-ground, then mid-ground doesn't need to use BGTS. So, right, mid-ground, it's only near ground and background. Yeah. I'm gonna write that down just so, just so I can remember it. It's background and near ground that need BGTS. So I'm gonna move this off screen so you guys don't have to look at it, but that's just gonna help me. So I don't have to keep like reminding myself. All right, so this 0 can stay because that's legit. All right, so if environment scroll mid near ground, right? So we're talking about the mid near ground, which is the special layer that goes between the mid and the near ground. But this is within the conditional where we checked that the. I realize that I'm probably like losing people with every word that I say, but I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm trying to do this despite the fact that I'm working in a very complex system. Please, if you have questions, ask. Please ask questions if you have questions because that'll be really helpful for everyone. I'll be better at saying saying interesting things, and you guys will understand what I'm saying. Hopefully, all right. All right, so this is right. So because the mid near ground, we already checked if the mid near ground is anchored, which layer it's anchored to. So we can trust still that we're referencing scroll 0 and reference or when dealing with the mid near ground, right? So where does that change? Here. Here's probably the alternative case, right? Here's where, in the case of the mid near ground, we have something. Oh, no, this is the other special environment. All right, so this is the other special environment where the anchor layer is mid-ground. So again, mid-ground is not using BGTS or whatever that abbreviation was. So we don't have to worry about it here. Because again, anchor layer equals MG. We're going to hit a very similar block, except that's inverted, where to deal with the cases where the anchor layer is the near ground. And those should be coming up soon. But here we have the near ground scroll 0. Near ground scroll 0. Yeah, this is a transition case, so we do want to use BGTS, and because it pertains to the near ground. You have a question. Non-quest event. Are they granting experience? For example, birthday event. Yeah, the birthday is worth 20 experience. So, yeah, they don't say. They don't. Yeah, right. There's no. I actually took out all reference to experience in the chat channel. TrustyBard in chat never says how much experience you gain anymore. I moved all of that to the on-screen visuals. So when you hear the chirp noise, or if you see if you see TrustyBard say one of those events in chat, the passive events or non-quest events, whatever you want to call them. Then in the very near future, you'll hear the chirp noise. And when you hear the chirp noise, that means that if you look on screen, you'll see people gaining experience. Like, because there's the stream delay, but the stream delay actually works out good in this case, because you have the chance to see TrustyBard say something in chat, and then shortly thereafter, you'll hear the chirp noise, and then shortly after that, people will start entering the screen, and it'll be saying whether they gained experience or not. So if you enter, like if you hear the chirp noise, you could be one of those players who gained experience. So if you absolutely have to find out how much experience you gained, it'll show it right on screen. So that's how you find out if you are the lucky adventurers. And if a few adventures go by and your character doesn't go by and didn't gain experience, you can safely assume that it wasn't you because. What about the event that Traveler gives you a kiss on the cheek? Yeah, the kiss on the cheek I think is worth 5 experience. But your character does also get cooties, so... No, I'm just kidding. Hold on, let me check. It's game data growth. Yeah, so if anyone's curious what the points values are, so like if you get 15, the big ones are you get 15 points if you catch a glimpse of some sprightly fairy folk. You get 10 points for stumbling on an unexplored cavern. Because, I mean, you're adventurers after all, right? You get 20 points for happy birthday. Where's the smooch? Oh, you get 8 points. You get 8 points for a kiss on the cheek. And so, like, I mean, I basically, like, I tried to line these up. If you line these, I tried to line these up so that, like, you know, the ones that are more exciting are more are worth more points. So like I guess the reason I decided that this one's worth 8 points is because you must have done something very helpful, right? Like you don't get a peck on the cheek or a kiss on the cheek for just anything, right? You must have done something really good. So you must have done something 8 points worth of good. Like if you do something like if you just hear a story, like that's 3 points, right? Yeah. If a pretty bird smiles at you, that's worth excuse me, that's worth 3 points. All right, yeah, that's how that works. All right, so back to the near ground BGTS. I mean, anytime we're referencing specifically frame zero, I feel like that has to be a situation, right? If we're referencing, because if we're not talking about transitions, we would have been referencing the frames by like, not specifically by number, right? Oh shoot! All these references to scroll one. Yikes. Yeah, scroll I are the generic references. Scroll I are when they don't matter. Yeah, I do need that other number. So like BGTS and uh whatever. I'm just gonna make another value. This is gonna be like BGTS and BGTO or something like that. BG background transition slide and background transition other. Or actually, I guess it would be GOS, background other side. So BGTS and BGOS. Right. So it's basically just the other one. It's literally just the other one. Background other side equals 0. All right. So yeah, after I go replace these 0 values, I'll want to double back and replace the the quill badge. Yeah. Oh, the quill badge is it's actually, when we were looking at character art earlier, it was the badge that we were looking at. It's a little feather. It's like literally a little quill. I mean, it's not literally a little quill because it's supposed to look like it's metallic-y. But yeah, it's that one there. There are only a few special badges in the game so far. There are bonuses. I think I feel like distracting myself right now because the thing that I'm working on right now is very dry. So thank you for asking questions. Everyone's seen the beta badge, but the alpha badge is yeah. So the alpha badge is for players who played the game before it was an alpha. It's kind of hard to see here, but the leader badge. There's actually also only one player who has the leader badge. But yeah, these are the other badges that you can get in the game. The alpha badge, which is the only gold badge in the game, and then there's the leader badge and the cool badge, and then the beta badge. I think everyone's seen it. If you look in the game right now, everyone has the beta badge, right? Or like, to get the beta badge right now, all you have to do is play the game right now, because the game is in beta right now. So yeah. That one's fairly popular. Oh, I think is that Lauren right there? Because that person's definitely sporting the alpha badge. So, okay. All right. All right. I'll get back to work. So I'm replacing the zeros now, but I'll probably want to come back after I do this, and I want to replace the ones. So mid ground, mid near ground. Right. That was the part that I just looked over. Mid near ground. Mid near ground. All right. So yeah, so near ground. These are, yeah, and this is the part where I was realizing, oh, I'll have to come back later, but whatever, I can do that later. So BGTS. BGTS. What is this? This is the near ground. Yes, this is also BGTS. BGTS. Near ground. BGTS. Whoops, I did that wrong. BGTS, near ground, BGTS, near ground, BGTS, Near ground VGTS. Near ground VGTS. Near ground VGTS. All right. No, that's something different. Whoa, was that it? Was that really it? Did I just, oh no no no. That's only because no, that actually might be literally all of it. Huh. All right. Cool. But now I do need to go. I do need to. I'm working in PyCharm right now. It's like it's kind of like Visual Studio for Python, I guess. Is how I describe it. It's not nearly as deluxe, but it's pretty cool. Uh, the foreground. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the foreground because the foreground is like the foreground is like the midground in that it doesn't use like BGTS or BGTO or whatever. That was way too simple. Like I feel like I should have hit like a million other things that it didn't hit, but I can't prove it. Oh wait, was I? I forgot these lines are really long, but I guess I just got them all. Really? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Right. Because the reason the first part went so fast is because I haven't actually hooked up special layers between like hypothetically there are special that you can put a special layer between any of the other two layers, but I haven't had the need to put a special layer between the background and the midground layer, so I haven't actually hooked up that tech yet. It's just duplicative of like the tech for the other layers, but uh, yeah. Uh, there are still joke options in the game. Um, uh, I haven't added as many joke options into the game as as in the original batch. Like I've added a lot of events and not added joke versions or joke options to them. So yeah, overall there are fewer in the game, just like relatively speaking, like by ratio. But I didn't take any out necessarily. All right, so let's. All right, now are the I have to change BGOS, or I have to put BGOS in. Uh, so let's look for specifying index one or spaces where we specify index one. Where did you just send me? Why did you just send me a weird place? Oh, because my cursor was in a weird place. Whatever. Uh, all right, so yeah, so BG scroll one is now BGOS. Nope, that's BGTS, not BGTS, BGOS. Yes. Scroll index 1, BGOS. For midgrounds, yes, also. Oh, no, sorry, not midground. Midground is the one that doesn't have to. That. Wait, what? How come we only reference slide 1 for. Man. Old code, huh? Oh, here we go. Yeah, BG scroll 1. Yeah, no, this is BGOS. Wait, scroll 1? Yeah. Right, that's where we decide BGOS. Okay. Alright, so these are midground, so that's fine. I don't have to touch those. Why am I referencing frame 1 specifically on midground? I don't know. No, yeah, no. For the same reasons that I do the other stuff. It just doesn't vary, is all. That's the only difference is it just doesn't vary. Alright, so near ground. Near ground does use BGOS. Near ground uses 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 BGOS. Sorry, I'll stop saying that eventually. Once it's converted, I guess. I should probably just be clicking through these so that I don't accidentally like miss some. So let's do that. It's not gonna go. It's gonna go as fast either way. So clickety click click. All right. So foreground. No, foreground does not need it. Foreground is special. Uh, uh, hey, speaking of sprightly fairy folk, I'm guessing that was also Lauren and or no, Trent Sterling and LIFO. Yeah, they Trent Sterling and LIFO keep getting a ton of those because they got hit by that bug uh, a while back, and so they have a bunch of like extra points left over. Why is the PSV up to 42? Wasn't it down to 30 earlier? I mean, that could just be because like someone entered the channel who had been affected by that bug. Hopefully. 5, 4, 4, 27, 5, 2, 2, 2. Trent Sterling is still pulling up the average of 53. That's weird. It said 42, but like just looking at those numbers, I would have expected it to be a lot lower. Maybe I'm calculating PSV incorrectly, or else the bug just struck again, and now everyone has like a million points. Uh, uh, well, we'll find out. Yeah, there's no way PSV could have been 42, because like we just had this print like I mean yeah, it's a little weird. The only person who had a PSV or who had passive points higher than 42 was Trent Sterling. So I don't know. Maybe is there a join message here that represents someone with like a Nifrim? Maybe Nifrim is pulling up the average. Oh, sorry for calling people out, by the way. I usually try not to. Hey, Unicomics, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, we're working on a side quest. We're also playing side quest at the same time, which is the game that we see here across the bottom of the screen. And it's like a. Sorry, I was just looking at something to see if there's a bug. I think probably not. I think it's probably fine. It's probably just that Nifrim has a bunch of points. I'm gonna look that up actually. Yeah, it's like a. Hey, Vertec, how's it going? Welcome. SideQuest is like a. I've been describing it as a tabletop MMO adventure game. It's like it's kind of supposed to be like a light version of like a Dungeons and Dragons type game sort of thing that plays like through the stream. So, oh wait, I have an info page about it, which is kind of handy now because when I don't know how to describe things, I can refer people to the info page, which has basically the same description I would be giving out a million times if I had to say it each time. Plus, you can I don't know if you like the art of the game. There's some stuff you can download on the side quest page if you I don't know like if you want to use the character art as like your avatar for like I don't know whatever. It's not a complete list, but it has like some of the stuff there. It's great to see you, Perk Tech. Where am I going with this? Oh, I was gonna check out Nifrim's. So player data, players. So let's look at Nifrim, and yeah, 175. All right, yeah, I thought so. So that's why the passive value came out as like 42 because Nifrim just like showed up and like blew the average out of the water. All right, so we can continue on with our BGOS scanning and replacing. So yeah, I'm basically just like I'm not doing anything super exciting right now. I'm like refactoring a little bit of the way the environment system works because I'm adding in like I'm changing the way that the environments and the event systems interact with each other. So this way, once I'm done, all of the events in the game will be tied to specific environments. And so like, as it is now, like, what's an example? Like, so there's an event where you like, what's a not crazy example? There's an event where you have to cross a bridge, and one of your options is to swing across vines. an environment in this game which is a forest, and in a forest it would make perfect sense to encounter a bridge where maybe you have to swim across vines or something like that. But because like I haven't connected the two yet, you can sometimes encounter that bridge like in the mountains, and like what I guess that's, I don't know, maybe there are vines in the mountain, maybe that's fine. But I've been making all the events in the game like generic enough so that they might not seem completely out of place in a different environment, or in like in the variety of environments that we have in the game. But once I've finished this, then they'll be more like directly tied to each other. And the nice thing about that is that then I can start really leveraging the features of the environment. Like I can have events, like I can have an avalanche because we have a snow environment, right? So now I can actually like use specific geological features. As it is now, like whenever I start to imply a geological feature, I like backpedal and like make it more generic. So that'll be kind of nice. Right. And so right now, I'm basically replacing numbers with other numbers because it's all numbers underneath. All right. So act slots. No, this has nothing to do with. That has nothing to do. Whoa. Wait. Did we finish it already? Yikes. Wait. Are we done? We can't be done with it, right? That was. I feel like I should have had to like replace a ton of different things. Where do we even reference layers BG? Layers BG. Yeah, we referenced it there and there. And then we blit it here. Oh, and I guess I did cover that. Yeah, I mean, I guess the reference to layers BG is so much simpler because we don't have all of the crazy, like, yeah, the only reason the midground and the nearground layers are so insane is because they have those special layers. Like, to blit a layer, oh yeah, and so I have this message that layer 1.5 goes there because this is what will balloon out of control once I add in special layers that go between the background and the midground layer. So, oh yeah, yes, that is that is true. Excuse me, sorry. There's no reason that this entire script has to exist in one file, but there's no reason that it can't either. So, um, it's a pretty big file. Oh yeah, we took a character count. We're pretty close to 4,000. Or we took a line count, and we're pretty close to 4,000. Um, but yeah, I think hypothetically this might be we might have finished that part. I kind of want to test it. Maybe I'll bring down the script and put up the stable version of the script so that way I can test this stuff and I won't have to be constantly restarting the game constantly. Uh, I'll do an event first. Here, let's I'll activate away mode. And why is it whenever I it used to be whenever I activated away mode, it would instantly start the next event. But now it's like not doing that. I don't know what that's about. I wonder if something with the epilogues are broken. Huh. Can I is there a variable explorer here? Oh, well there it goes. Alright, so it didn't take too long. But uh epilogues seemed to work last time we checked them. I don't know if we've I don't know if, I don't know if we've done the we probably haven't done the there's only one event that actually uses epilogues right now. And we probably haven't done it recently. Cause yeah, it was just like there's that other like the bug with the pirate ship that we encountered earlier, where like we finished the like we did the pirate ship event. We found the pirate ship and we fixed the pirate ship, but then for whatever reason we didn't go on the pirate ship, which was weird. And I was just thinking like the only new feature that I had that even interacts with that in any way would be the epilogue system, and I couldn't think. I don't know. I don't think that would necessarily break it, but like honestly, I don't know what else would have broken it. So. Uh, Is there a variable explorer here? I don't know. It'd be nice if we did have one, but whatever. I'll look that up sometime. All right, so I'm gonna restart the script after this event. I figured I'd have one more event before the end of the world. No, because I have to, in order to restart it, I have to bring the script down for a minute. So, oh yeah, so I should, I guess, open journey stable. Yeah, and then yeah. All right, so after this event, I'll bring down the script, and then in not long, I'll bring it. Or actually, no, yeah. So, oh yeah. So right after I bring down the script, I'll bring this one up, and I'm just gonna not connect to IRC because the game runs fine without a connection to IRC. It just doesn't do anything. Because, yeah, I mean, yeah, it just never actually sends the data or receives the data. So it's as if the game is just empty. All right, so yeah, so just the two data threads for IRC, we'll just comment those out. And all right, so now, yeah, so after this event, I'll bring down the script. I'll fire this one up so we can test stuff. And actually, yeah, so also so we can test stuff. Wait, how would we test this? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so hypothetically, yeah, all right, wait, hold on. Let's put it. So I have them commented out right now, but I also have print statements for the BG phases because this is helpful when testing the background transitions. Excuse me. This is helpful when testing the background transitions because it lets us know exactly like when we're switching phases. Yeah. So the other thing that oh yeah, speaking of things, I meant to shorten the duration of events because it just felt a little long. So I'll do that too. Actually, I guess I'll do it in both journey stable and journey, just so that it's happening in the version that's actually running. So where would that be? Event duration. Event duration is currently 150, so that's 2.5 minutes, right? I think that's way too much. Like 1.5 minute is fine. I feel like, right? Okay, so yeah, so journey stable. Why is everything lit up? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. PyCharm is weird. Sometimes PyCharm is weird. All right, so I won't turn the script off just yet because. All right, so event duration. I'll just say like a minute and a half. That might even be, more than enough time. All right, so. Yeah, save that, and then oh. I said that, but then I changed my mind immediately. No, that's fine. Yeah, no, for the automated events, 90 seconds is fine. Maybe like 105. A minute and 45 seconds. No, I'll try a minute 30, and if that seems too fast, I can always change it again. But yeah, like I said, now I'm gonna stop running this script. I'm going to oh, didn't even level up. No. Okay. So, Chirpy won. Wait. No. Hopper didn't get the most experience. Chirpy got the most experience. Look, here, I have it right here. Oh, wait, my head's probably covering it up. But, so, Marty, you got 3 experience. Because you bet on Chirpy. Giacomus got 2 experience because Giacomus split his bet on Reggie and Chirpy. So, Reggie didn't win, but Chirpy did win. So, didn't get full credit. And then Lauren got 1 experience because participation. Okay. Yeah. Why did you think Hopper got more experience than Chirpy? Uh, because it says 59%. Oh yeah, no, that actually that so the percentages just that only indicates participation. Like that means that so Lauren is the highest level of all of the characters. So right, so Chirpy had 31% because Yor and Jacquemus Peas, sorry, excuse me. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Your combined influence is 31% of the overall influence. Lauren's influence is 59%. Lauren has a lot of influence because Lauren's very high level. Yeah. um, yeah, so Lauren has 59% of the overall influence just by. So, like, if this was a. Yeah, if this was. Like, in this event, like, influence actually doesn't really do anything. Like, it doesn't affect the outcome. But if this was an event where influence actually affected the outcome, then that's what that would be about. Yeah. Uh, I guess yeah, it is a little weird that I use percentages to describe experience and to describe influence because I never actually really explain what the percentage means in that case. So I might want to consider changing that. But yeah, I assure you that everything works to the extent of my knowledge. It all works correctly, despite the fact that I don't know. Maybe some of the messaging could be improved. Uh, and if you ever have a hunch that it might not be working correctly, I can always check the data too. Oh yeah, I All right, well, the script has been down for a little while, so I can probably restart it pretty soon. But then the other thing I was going to do was, oh yeah, for this one I was going to, I'm just going to, oh, wait. Oh, weird. Huh. I wonder, I think I'll have to, yeah, I mean, this should be simple enough, but I think I'll have to change I think I'll have to change OBS to read Journey Stable, uh, and display that on screen instead of Journey. Uh, yeah, probably. We'll see. Right. Okay. So the thing I was gonna do is I'm gonna make the transitions immediate, or like have zero downtime, have zero delay time. So like right now the BG duration like they stick around for half an hour. So let's make it so that they stick around for zero amounts of time, and let's also make it so that the animation just like goes just goes and goes. So there's going to be zero cooldown in the animation. So it's just going to be like frame, 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 frame. Uh, so that'll be fun. Um, has Journey Stable been down long enough? Whatever. I'm going to try Journey first. So again, I deactivated. So whoa, what's this all about? I deactivated. Wait, what? I didn't change the syntax, did I? Oh, I accidentally dropped a. Whoa, what did I drop here? Just a comma, like a close brace followed by a comma. My hair is in like a wonderful stage where it's super long, but like just not long enough to tuck behind my hair. Whatever. I don't care. Okay, so this should be fine now, hopefully, unless I made other sloppy typo. All right, so OBS is gonna. Like I said, there's no cooldown. All right, OBS is going to show this on screen, but I actually don't want it to necessarily. Well, whatever. It's not hurting anything now. But I do want to run. I do want to run this one, and I do actually want it to pick up the data, the visuals here. So, hold on, let me switch OBS over. How to do that? Journey, properties. Pygame window. All right, so it's the other Pygame window. What? When did that fix it? Properties. Pygame. There are only two Pygame windows. Is it just freaking out because they're called the same thing? Maybe it just keeps finding the first one. All right, whatever. I'll just leave this up here. This is the real side quest. Oh no, I know what I can do. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I can just restart the script whenever I want. So I'll just stop this script. And then, yeah, there we go. All right, it automatically picked up the next one. All right, so I'll just have to make sure that that one runs first. All right, so then Journey. All right, so now we can run this one again. And what am I looking for here? I guess I'm just looking for the trend. So phase one initiated. That's probably good. because for it to initiate phase one, it'd have to know that it would have to know that. Well, no, I guess that doesn't tell us yet. All right, so we're in phase one, right? Uh, yeah. um, so this is just like the yeah. I have the like I said, the game runs at 2 frames per second, but that's just because I tell it to run at 2 frames per second. Yeah. It can actually run much faster, uh, as you see here. Um, all right, so all right, so I put the transition speed, or I put the background duration down to 0, which means it just transitioned as soon as it possibly could. If this worked, we won't stay in the forest for like any time at all. If this worked, as soon as we get into the forest, like we're still in the process of transitioning, we're in phase 6 of the transition. Uh, yeah, and you can still see there's even some like little grass and shrubs in the background here. But like once that's 100% off the screen, if what we did worked, I think it hypothetically will just start. It'll like as it just so it says phase 9 initiated, and I think as soon as it says phase 0, or like as soon as it's done, we should see phase 1 initiate. I mean, it's a little off the screen, so you guys probably can't see it, but yeah. Oh, it said phase 1 initiated. All right, so I think we should start seeing the mountains come in, like in almost no time, right? Hypothetically, unless something's gone terribly wrong, we might see hilarious and fun visual bugs. Like we might see some crazy art going on. I don't know if this is working. I feel like this might not be working because we've been in the forest for a really long time. I feel like we should have been seeing mountains like peeking in from the edge by now. I mean, it did say now it said phase 2 initiated. Oh, well, wait a second. All right, so yeah, something's amiss. Oh, I don't know. I know what it is. I know what it is. No, do I? I don't know. Wait, I don't know. Hold on, let me see that one more time. All right, so it just said phase 9 initiated, and like in a moment it'll say phase 1 initiated, which it should because yeah, phase 1 initiated. So we should be seeing the cave or the snow like immediately, but we're not. All right, so clearly there's a little more that has to be done here. Like it's saying phase 1 initiated, so it does know that it's time for the transition to begin. Maybe it no no. Actually, that is the transition. This is the cave transition. Like those jaggy mountains that you see right there, like that like lumpy mountain in the middle. That one. Yeah, that one does beckon in the cave transition. Um, so that time it actually seemed good. I think maybe maybe I'm putting it up to unrealistic expectations. Maybe it just doesn't know. Oh, sure. Is that yeah. Oh, that is unrealistic. Huh. So is it that it can't transition that fast. It literally can't transition back to back because at least not easily. So I think the good news is that it probably works that it can now probably transition on either slide. It can probably well actually I guess I haven't technically tested that yet. And I can test that. It's simple enough. I just have to put the actually, you know what? I might actually be testing that and it might be working correctly. So uh let me see. The way we can test that is just to see what BGTO and BGTS equal. Because if BGTO and BGTS equal the thing, like the inverse case. So yeah, wait. So the else case. So BGTS, BGT. So this, yeah, in this else case. we'll say, so like print, we'll call it just goofy. It means we're transitioning with our, I think goofy is a term in like skateboarding or snowboarding was where I heard it. It's because, or at least in a snowboarding video game I played, it means that you go with your like non-dominant foot first. Um, oh, all right. So yeah, so we're not testing the goofy case yet. So let's test the goofy case. The goofy case is easy to test. We just have to add in a duration to the background because we made it so the background lasts for literally 0 time. But let's just make it last for like 10 seconds or something because there's a valid transition that happens right at the start of the game, and so we're just going to whoop. Oh, that's true. Oh, really? Okay, sure, fine. All right, whatever. BGOS equals 1. All right. Well, it did something. It tried to do something. Is this gonna work? All right, so 10 seconds from now, it should say phase 1 initiated goofy, or goofy phase 1 initiated. I know you guys, like because of the way the screen is set up, like I get to see the debug output before you guys do. Oh, thank you, Jacquemus. Oh, it didn't say goofy. Why didn't it say goofy? Huh. Yeah, so the reason it can't transition every 8 seconds is because it doesn't even think about a new transition until it finished its old transition. And in order to finish a transition, it has to get the old transition off screen. And in order to get the old transition off screen, it needs to bring a new background on screen. Um, BG, why did it? Why did it wait that long to say BGOS not defined? Like, why didn't it? Why weren't we running into BGOS errors sooner? That's what I'm wondering. Is the game still on screen working okay? All right, good. I just wanted to make sure those visuals aren't messed up. Um, huh. So many questions. Um, maybe it'll work now. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let me look at the conditional. Did I just like, maybe I just typoed or something? Uh, where is it? No, it was lower than this. It was if scroll 1 or scroll 0 is less than scroll 1, right? Because the question is like, which one is going to hit the end of the screen first? Oh, goofy. There we go. So if this transition works, this transition is goofy. So, uh, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because I put in any amount of duration, so it can't do the immediate transitions that it used to do. Cool. Uh, so yeah, so if I let the script just continue to run, so it did say it said goofy and it said phase 1 initiated. Now it said phase 2 initiated. Really? Yeah, sure. I guess. Sometimes phase 1 and phase 2 are very subtle because I I made all this art before I extended the backgrounds to fit all the way across the bottom of the screen. The game only used to be 1600 pixels across. Now it's 1920, and so part of the way I stretched it out was to wait. Okay, yeah, I guess technically it's been in phase 1 and phase 2. Uh, is it phase 4 already? I mean, we are seeing the transition a little bit. Like we see, there's the break in the clouds and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess with the snow, it's probably just a little hard to tell the transition. Yeah, like the it's easiest to tell the transition when you can actually see the background layer, but in the forest and the snowy forest, you can't really see the background layer nearly as much, so I guess it's a little hard to tell if it's working there. Whoa, alright, so something wasn't working with respect to those. You might have noticed that there was a little bit of water missing from the screen for for a minute there. All right, so it's not working 100%, but it is working like a lot. A lot of it's working. Uh, all right, so the next transition is probably not going to be goofy. Yeah, the next transition is going to be normal. All right, so why did the water get freaked out? That would have been in the case where we're handling what? I might just be missing like a chunk of logic, like a chunk of logic that had never previously been relevant. I did, and like I did when I was editing this stuff, I did get the strong sense that like I missed something. Like there should have been something else. Like there's a part that I never encountered that I felt like I should have encountered. So maybe it is just like a legit new legitimately new. Oh hey, Douglas, how's it going? Welcome. Sorry, I'm debugging, so I'm in the zone. But um, uh, yeah. So all right, so it's not so this would be in the case where we have a special layer and it's anchored to the midground, right? Because oh, the water's anchored to the midground, or is it anchored to the near grounds? Hold on, let me double check. Or is it anchored to both? Uh, like it could be anchored to different layers on either end, hypothetically, because each of the transitions are unique. Oh, is this transition gonna work? Well, yeah, of course this one will work because I didn't change anything here. All right, so yeah, where would it be? It would be journey, backgrounds, mountains. No, cave, right? No, snow. We could transition from snow to the river. River. Near grounds. Okay, yeah, so it was parented to near grounds. Right, because in the river, yeah, because in the river, went from snow to river. Yeah, I don't. There's still that. I don't know what. I think I need a new audio solution for this game because the chirp sound works fine. Or actually, maybe the chirp sound has the same bug. There's just a stupid bug where sometimes the event sound just doesn't play. It's like there's no alternate code paths. Like there's only one path that ever leads to that to occur, and like it's trust me when I say it's pretty impossible to like for that code not to be evaluating. So I'm for whatever reason like I call the same like play event whatever. Sometimes it plays, sometimes it doesn't play. So I think I just need a new audio solution. I think I'm using Pygame for sound right now, and I would say I'm not thoroughly impressed with it. All right, so this is another goofy transition, so that's cool. I wonder if anything else is going to go wrong. It's probably just the special layers, right? Because everything else is actually turning out okay, I think. Oh, that's weird, right? That's weird. Why does the path just change color? That might just be my stupid art. Maybe that always happens and I'm just never noticed. That's probably just my stupid art, because I don't see how that could be anything other than my stupid art. Wow, maybe I'm just like really a sloppy artist. Super sloppy. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's the case. I mean, we'll find out, but I'm pretty sure I'm just a sloppy artist, and that actually has nothing to do with what I'm working on right now. So wait, no, so that'd be forest, transition, mountains, near ground. Yep, we just never changed the path of the color. We just never changed the color of the path. Really? I thought we did at one point. Oh no, we did. Wait, we kind of changed the color of the path. Why don't we change it to the correct color? Why do we change it to an incorrect color? Because like we have this like path texture where it's like I know what happened. I know what happened. I bet if I look at the other transitions, it's not going to connect there either. Right? Yeah, look, the path changes color. And it's not because the transitions are wrong, it's because the mountain itself is wrong. I must have accidentally reverted. I think the path used to be that light color once upon a time. But, yeah, whoops. Alright, well, we're fixing other stuff. Alright, edit this. Yeah, this is a quick fix. The mountain used to have a much lighter path. But then at a certain point, I dialed it back, and then I must have dialed it directly on the production version, like the version that gets used in game, because and I must not have changed it on the original layered version that I used to fabricate the art, and then at some point I must have switched back to the layered version, and like made some change there. So that should be basically fine. Hold on, I'll go as minimalist as I can with this, just so that it doesn't break the seams. All right, that's fine. Yeah, that should be legit. Actually, no, I don't need it to be quite so. I can dial it up slightly. Not that much. All right, whatever. I don't care. It's fine. Say it like that. All right, that's funny. That's probably been like that for months, and I just never really noticed. Yeah, because I like the. It occurred to me at a certain point, like I should just make the path all the same color, because otherwise I had to do like this funny stuff where like the path like gets splotchy and it changes from the path of because the woods have like a brownish path color, and then it changes to orange in the mountains. And so I tried to make it look like shadowing maybe, or like shading, but I should really just make the path a consistent color. Anyways, that was fun. And now it's fixed. Alright. Also, I left these like random whatever, it's just like floating around there. Oh, I wonder how I never I left the quote unquote concept art up here. I never brought back the owl. Yeah, that's a cool pirate farmer and his pet owl. Right? What cool pirate farmer never has a wind sound for playing WAV files? Oh, interesting. I think one of my files is not a WAV. Let me check. I know some of my sound files are not WAVs, but it might be that yeah, they're OGGs. So I'll either have to like convert it or something. But that is good to know. Because yeah, I don't want to like I'm not an audio person. I'm not good at audio. Like I say I'm not a good artist, but when I say I'm not good at audio, trust me when I say I'm not good at audio. um, so it'd be really difficult for me to use. Whoa. Huh. It'd be difficult for me to use like a really sophisticated solution there. All right, so yeah, I still need to fix the river. I'm guessing, yeah, there's probably just like a few lines of code that just don't exist that need to exist. And it might, when I say a few lines of code, it might actually be like 5 billion lines of code. Not literally, but it might be a lot of lines of code. All right, and yeah, the other version of SideQuest is running correctly, it looks like in chat, so that's good. It's a good sign. So let's do what? Let's track down the this missing piece of we need what handles the appearance of water in the transition. What handles the appearance of the special transition layer when that layer is anchored to the midgrounds, near grounds. When it's anchored to the near ground, it worked fine when it was anchored to the midgrounds, as far as I could tell. But when it was anchored to the near ground, it did not work out. All right, so I'm just gonna teleport to the go to snow, just so I can see it happen again, just in case that helps at all. Oh wait, we'd have to go to snow and get the goofy transition. We're gonna get goofy or not goofy? Goofy? No, not goofy. Try again. I demand goofiness. Go to snow. Oh, is that gonna work? Since we're already in snow, it might not. That might not have worked, but whatever. I won't wait for it. All right. So yeah. So the special layers. What? Still not goofy. Whatever. I don't care. Okay. Special layers. With respect to, all right, so let's look for the mid near ground because it's still mid near ground. Or whoops, mid near ground. Okay, it's still mid near ground that we'll be working with, and it'll be somewhere in this area here. All right, so this is where we handle the mid near ground. So if environment type equals one, is it 1 or 2 that we're looking for? Which environment type is the river? I think the river is environment type 1, right? Yeah, it's type 1. Alright, so mid near ground, if environment type equals 1 and environment type layers dot key, or if mid near ground is environment, yeah. If there's a mid near ground and it's environment type 1, if BGTrans equals 0, blah blah whatever. Else if environment, why do we only check if the anchor layer is the near ground? Like, what about the whole case for when it's the mid ground? Oh, here it is. Wait, no. No, this isn't it. It just isn't there. Why is it just not there? Is it because previously we didn't have to worry about that case? Oh, no, here it is. Okay, so near ground, mid ground. Oh, so it is the near ground case. Oh! And the near ground case just used to be super simple. Right. So all of this business that we do for the... Yep, because this could never happen. Yep, okay. Oops. Excuse me. Yeah, right. Because the other case was super simple because the transition always had to happen on a certain slide. So the fun part... So like when I said... I might just have to add a few lines of code or a bajillion lines of code. These are the bajillion lines of code that I have to handle up here as well. I'm not going to erase the old one, but this is like going away basically. All right, so what changes here? It can't just be environment layers, mid, near ground, anchor position. Environment layers. Scroll 0. That's what. All right. So. Right. So this is where we have to. So let's highlight this. Yeah, because these have to change to. What did I call it? BGTS, background transition slide. Yeah. So where we would be referencing slide 0, we have to be referencing background transition slide. And hey, new follower. Style BG, welcome. Thank you for following, and welcome to the channel. We are talking about BGs ourselves right now. We're working with the environment system, which used to be called the background system. So a lot of the terms reference backgrounds, and actually even in the new environment system, there is the background layer. So if you hear BG said a lot, we're not just calling you out. We're also we're dealing with a lot of that stuff. For example, the BGTS is our abbreviation for the background transition slide, which I think I updated in 3 places, and I think that's correct. Do we have any direct references to slide 1? Because the references to slide, I wish I wouldn't move my whole screen around like dramatic extents, because I kind of wanted to stay where I was looking before. But it looks like no. It looks like that should be satisfactory. And really? I guess. So huh. Oh, yeah, what's this whole CISA thing? Maybe that's what handles it. CISA is kind of, I think, kind of like the whole BGTS or whatever. In that it handles cases wherein like there's an inversion, a potential inversion. So I was gonna say I didn't do that, but apparently I did that. Apparently I donated $2 to myself. Thank you, me. I'm so glad I did that. um, so I donate $2 to myself, and my comment is no comment. So if anyone wondered why I have wings in the game, why my character has wings in the game, I don't know, one of these might be me. If anyone wondered why that's the case, it's because apparently I keep donating to myself. I don't even know how I'm doing it exactly, but it keeps happening. So, there it is. Thank you. I'm very pleased with myself right now. I'm immensely grateful for myself right now. New karma been reaped. Yep, that happened. So thank you, me. Let's all take a moment to appreciate me. um, this game, I just because someone mentioned it in chat. This game is not pay to win. There's nothing pay to win about this game. You get wings, you get glow, you get an aura, you get a glowing aura, and you get like a actually one of my favorite ones is is I call it the Zephyr. Hold on, wait, is it? I must not be on screen. Look for me when it comes around again. Oh, there, that must be me, right? The Zephyr is like actually that might not be me. That might be someone else. Yeah, so those characters with like it looks like I don't know, it kind of looks like musical notes or like the chart of like musical notes or whatever, like just like a kind of like blowing in like I don't know. You get that's the stuff I call it the karma system, and it's like because if you're a good person to me, then you're a good person as represented in the game is what that's about. All right. But yeah, I think this should work now. I think so if I restart not the full game, but like my little speedy version here, I think all right. So now we will go to snow, and I think the transition to hopefully we get the goofy transition. Hopefully we get the goofy transition, and I think it should win or it should work. Oh wait, we didn't get the goofy transition. Shoot. It seems like it doesn't give us the goofy transition if we use the teleport cheat, and I'm not actually sure why that is. But I can cheat that by saying go to mountains. Oh wait, shoot, this isn't guaranteed to work. So what should the test case be for this? I mean, yeah, no, I would like to see it working just to make sure I got it right, because I could very easily have gotten that wrong. Oh yeah, no, I know what I can do to cheat this. Okay. So I'll cheat it to snow. I'll start in the mountain and I'll cheat it to snow. I mean, we might have gotten snow already, so I'll be keeping my eye on the edge of the screen because we might need to cheat it any further. It might be sufficiently cheated. No, we didn't. We got forest. Or no, we got snow. Right? No. It's getting snowy because it's a snow, or it's getting foresty because it's a snow-covered forest. All right, so yeah, we'll transition through the forest, and then the next transition should be goofy, because this transition was not goofy. The next transition should be goofy, and then oh yeah, so I should also pay attention to the snowflakes, because hypothetically something could be going wrong there too. Because like yeah, there was stuff messed up with the other layers. Seems okay so far. It could be that, No, the snow should be broken too. The snow should probably also be broken. It might just be harder to tell because like the snowflakes are really small and they're moving very fast, but I think they should also be broken. So I'll probably want to go and look and make sure. But before I do that, before I take my eyes off the screen, I'll let's see that the water's at least working correctly. And actually, I will want to see the transition out because it'll either be the transition in or no, it'd be both transitions. It'd be the transition in and out that the snow would be broken. specifically, I'm looking to see if there's like a hard seam, like if there's a part where the snow, instead of fading out gradually, if it just like cuts off suddenly. And it'll look a little bit like a hard seam at the very edge of it, but as long as it tapers before that, then it should be good. I don't know. It'll be hard to tell, actually. It'll be pretty hard to tell. Good work. Excellent work, you guys. That is far and away the prettiest environment or the prettiest event that we have in this game, or just like the most, poetically beautiful. Why are we not transitioning yet? All right, we are transitioning. It's just taking its sweet time. We're just spending plenty of time in the snow. Yeah, so I think it might actually be a little bit troublesome. Oh wait, so the water. The water's flowing. Look, water. Water. Oh, no, where'd it go? Ah, shoot. Alright, so it's not fixed. Is it more broken than it was before? Is it somehow more broken than it was before? Yikes. Alright, well that was interesting. Ah, man. I need a faster way to test that, too. Huh. Whoa, is it broken again? Wow. I broke it real good. It didn't used to be this broken. It is noticeably... Oh, and then it comes back. What? Alright, I probably just have to... Nope. Nope, that's legit just very broken. This is very broken. Alright, well, that's fun. That's super fun. What on earth? What on earth is causing that? When it comes back, it all just comes back all at the same time. And then just like, just slowly disappears. Alright, so, yeah, before I fix it, I'm gonna get it so that it's testable and a more reasonable time frame. Because right now it just takes way too long to watch that a bunch of times over. So what if I change the BG duration to, I don't know, like 100, and then what? And then, oh yeah, so BG cheat, snow, and BG name, or no, wait, no, not BG cheat snow, BG cheat, yeah, no, BG name snow, yeah, okay. And alright, so now hopefully that'll work. Now let's fix the other thing. Oh, wait a second. No. No, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. Right. So the problem has to be in the part that we just added in. It has to be where was it? It was the case where the middle near ground anchors to the... Oh, wait. Mid-ground. Near ground. Near ground, yeah. So this is the part that we just added in. So it might just be that we like have something slightly backwards, but then wait. What is this? Next environment type. Yeah. So wait. So okay, this is why it's broken now. Because it wasn't broken before? Wait, why did this break it? Alright, this is why it's broken now. Down here is why it wasn't fixed. This is like the Whether I should have done this, I feel like I should have. Like, I feel like it wouldn't have worked without it in some cases. But, right? I don't know, it seemed like it was working. So maybe this, I don't see how, but it feels like this might have been unnecessary. No, we just didn't encounter this bug yet. This will be part of fixing like another bug that we just hadn't encountered yet, but we didn't fix it correctly, so uh, we ended up breaking it worse. Actually, this down here is the part that I was supposed to have looked at in the first place. So yeah, same as before. Uh, what used to be a much simpler case is now a bit more complex. So, uh, oh, wait a second. Yeah, I think I know what it is too. Yeah, no, I know exactly what it is. I did it. Yeah, I did it in kind of the wrong way. They both get more complex and they both get simpler, or rather, it used to be that like uh, the near ground case was. It used to be that the near ground case was simple, and the mid near ground case or the mid ground case could be complex. But now it's that either can be either, and they switch depending on. Wait, is that true? I was gonna say they switch depending on. Let me think about this. This is a. Oh, wait. Near grounds. Near grounds. Near grounds. Why was. So okay, this is the case where we're. This is the case where we're transitioning into a next an environment type one. So like when we're transitioning into the river, for example. Uh, sorry, legendary Neurotox. It'll happen sometime, I swear. Uh, wait, here, I know what I can do. Uh, I'll kick it into away mode, so that way the next event will happen sooner. So if you're around in the next few minutes, then there should be another event soon. um, all right. Yeah. So this is the part where we're transitioning to the river. This other part that was when we are transitioning away from the river. So I'll come back to that in a second. But this is the part where we're transitioning to the river. So we're checking if the BG transition is greater than 3. Because if it's greater than 3, that means the so yeah. So we're checking. Wait, if it's greater than 3, why do we check that first? I guess because if it's greater than or equal to 3, then it doesn't matter which layer it's anchored to. Yeah, I guess if it's greater than or equal to 3, then it's gonna blit the same either way. the The only time that it actually matters is when we're is if it's less than or equal to 9. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh, did I read that wrong? Probably. Okay. Yeah, so maybe I should undo like a bunch of this stuff. I think I am going because it's because like I didn't fix anything and I did break things. I'm going to dial it back. I might redo that at some point, but I I feel like it'll probably be easier to just not have done that in the first place. All right, so right, because I was looking at this, I was fixated on this part where it checks like mid ground or near ground, but that's not the important part here. I think the important part is okay. The important part was ambivalent, or there was like, what is it? It's that like previously, yeah. All right, I think it's this conditional here. I think it's yeah, this part was actually never going wrong. And as we saw, like by changing this part, I messed up stuff that had been right in the first place. No, it's here when we're so okay. So we are using right. This is what is complicated about it. We want to check. All right, and so this is why like my original approach was like I was going to use like a list of lists so that depending on the event or depending on the layer and depending on the whatever on the BG phase or whatever, we could have like we could just look it up in the list of lists. But no, instead we just have to say all right. So in these cases where we reference scroll zero, there are only three of them, right? Or there are only there are only three of them. So we just have to say if anchor layer or if anchor layer equals midground, then we do something, and then else we do this. Oops. And the something that we do in the case of midground is oops, too many lines. Is or no, sorry, not midground, near ground. Near ground. Midground's fine. Near ground is the one that we want to change. Right. So BGTS. Right. Yeah. And so scroll zero, mid near ground, scroll zero. Oh yeah. So this is talking about mid near ground scroll. So I think we actually don't care about this. Yeah. I think these values we actually can leave as zero. I think. I could be wrong, but we'll see. I think that might have fixed it. I think that might have been the thing that I needed to do. So I do need to do it in both places, though. Because as I identified, there are two cases, or there are two similar situations. That one and this one. So where is it? Yeah, here. So once again, if oops, if if next environment layer equals near ground, then we'll do something else. We will do this. And not that it super matters. No, I'm not going to care about it. BGTS. Okay. Oh yeah, so I need to institute the things where I can cheat to make this testable faster. All right, so let me just double check. So this is the case where next environment type equals 1. Is it? Yeah, no, this is fine. Yeah, because whether we're talking about the current environment or the next environment, we do care about BGTS because like during the transitions, like they have to be in lockstep. Like the way the transitions work is like the like if instead of a transition, if the new and the old environments were overlapped, the zero slides and the one slides would still line up. So like slide zero in the old environment and slide zero in the new environment do line up. So BGTS is going to be relevant to both the old environment and the new environment equivalently. Hey, look at that! You participated in an event. It happened. Yeah, so it'll be equivalent, and so the reason that the mid near ground scroll for environment type 1 doesn't matter, and we don't actually use BGTS for it, regardless of what it's anchored to, is that environment type 1 is the case where it's actually scrolling. It's actually like the river, it's actually parallaxing in the opposite direction as the rest of the slides. And so because of that, it just does its own thing. I'm pretty sure we just let it go and it just like goes crazy. The positioning, yeah, with reference to the transition slide, all we care about is the anchor, not the actual position of the slide itself. I'm pretty sure Pretty sure. So let's put those cheats back in so we can test it and then see how it goes. I had to undo those cheats because it was easier than I didn't have to, but it was easier. Uh, and so right, so BG's name snow. I hope this works. I feel like if I just bump up this time duration, then eventually we should get a goofy transition on the first try. I mean, it has to just be a matter of time, right? I don't know what else could be controlling that or deciding that. Actually, no, I'm just gonna leave that there, wherever. I don't care. Actually, no, whatever. I don't care. It can go wherever. All right. So in the very near future, it should. Actually, 100 seconds might have been too much. 100 seconds might be enough time for it to go all the way around again. Because it does move pretty fast. Oops. We'll see. If I don't get a goofy transition, I can just do the mountain cheat instead. Works about the same either way. I'll start setting up the mountain cheat just in case. Mountains, because at least that works, right? Snow. I mean, at least we know that one works. Okay. Come on, Goofy. Come on, Goofy. Why didn't 10 seconds work? I feel like it should have. Apparently, unfortunately, feelings don't make games. Science makes games. So... I'm so impatient. I cannot wait 100 seconds. Why did I ever think I would be able to wait 100 seconds? I should have just gone with the mountain cheat in the first place. It probably would have actually taken less time. Ah, freaking didn't even work. If it worked, that would have been fine. But whatever. Here we go. Alright, so this will work. It'll just take it. Okay. So what should I do in the meantime? I feel like this should just work, right? It should just be working. It should just totally be working. I should probably pay close attention to the snow, though, because I do want to make sure that the snow transitions work. Or actually, I could be looking at the code instead. I could just be looking to see if it looks like they should. Oh, here it goes. Right, this transition wasn't supposed to be goofy. So the snow might look a little abrupt when it comes in, just because it's moving so fast. It'll start sliding in soon. But we should see two distinct... What? Where'd the snow go? Is that normal? That might be normal. It might just take a while for the snow to actually start snowing. There it goes, yeah. Alright, so it's a little abrupt at the edge. But... I think it is technically transitioning. I think so. Because look how thick it gets in here. I think it was just like... I don't know. What's the good? I could swap out the art to something a little more obvious, just to make sure that the transition slides are showing up. Like I could just make like a big giant streak across it or something, so that we can check just to see if the big giant streak is showing up or something. But I will do that right after I check that the river is now working. It should be working. Wow, perfect, you guys. 50-50, right on the mark. You cannot fend off shadow creatures better than that, or you cannot handle a mirror universe better than that. So goofy. I need the. This is why the cheat, or this is why the environment speeds had been messed up to be faster than I actually intended them to be, because like I had to do testing like this, and so the way that I got it to just happen faster was to just like double all of those numbers, but then I forgot to undouble them all at the end until much later. All right, well I'll look at the other stuff, or no, actually instead of that I'll do the art thing that I was saying. Wow, look at all that pink on screen. That is atrocious. I'm going to file, open, Bonuses, no, journey, backgrounds, mountains, snow, transition, snow. All right, foreground and near foreground. Let's edit these. Or, oh, yeah, wait, no, I'm in the open dialog, so I hit open, not edit. Okay, here we go. So, water. Come on, river water. Come on, river water. Yay, look at that water. That is water. Oh, it worked a little bit last time, so let's make sure it continues to work. Yeah, it's still continuing to work. Look how working it is. It's still working. It's still working. It works. It works forever. It works. Totally works. Totally works. All right. All right, so good. I at least got that part correct. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of making making like a GIF of like the backgrounds or something, just so you could you can kind of see the transitions, because I do like how it worked out like that. Of course, like you can't read any of the text in this version of the game, so that makes it a little harder to deal with. But it is kind of cool. Um, the background stuff. Maybe maybe to I was just thinking, like, maybe in the cases where we have to transition the background more quickly, maybe we could just do this, right? Because I can actually control the speed of the game during the game. Like, it's just a value. Like, it's just I have a hard set. Like, here's how long it should take to render each frame. Like, it should wait this long between each frame. So yeah, I mean, like, I could like if we need to get to the next environment faster, I could just I could just kick it into this gear. Which would be kind of cool in some regards. Um, Actually, yeah, I totally could do that. I can even control the speed of the I can there's this the speed of the parallax effect itself is another thing that I just have like complete control over. So uh, as long as I keep it in multiples of the original value, then the math really can't get messed up, I don't think. I mean, that'd be something to try out, but that'd be funny. And then I wouldn't. Oh no, it wouldn't solve all the problems because oh, I wasn't paying attention to the water, but I didn't see anything go wrong either. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna run the test that I was gonna run. So, just to make sure that these transition slides are showing up correctly, I'm going to just make a big ol' streak across. It'll be pretty hard to miss this if it's not. If this is it's going to be pretty hard to miss this if it's not showing up. Alright, so I'm going to temporarily save these, and I'm not going to close them though. Otherwise I'll be sad. No, I'm just going to, once I'm done testing it, I can just undo and save them again. Alright, open, so I want to test, so that was a transition into the snow. Now let's test the transition out of the snow as well. I think these are working. I don't know. We'll see. Transition, river, foreground, near foreground, open. All right, again. So now when we see the snow falling and the transitions into and out of the snow, we should just see giant blue bars like continuously falling from the sky. That's how that should work. And actually, I think we don't even have to restart the script because we're transitioning into the mountains now. So, yes, that is true. Events, yeah, events happened on a schedule, on like an automatic. The events happen automatically on a schedule, and then yeah, Lauren knows all the answers. So, you'll have read his chat by the time stream delay catches up, and you hear me explain it as well. But I had when Lauren says the GM can initiate the events as well, that's what this secret control panel is for. Secret. It's not secret because you can't know about it. It's secret because I put it off screen so that you guys can't see it, and I can control like what event type it is, and I can just like put in the text of the event, and then I hit like create event and blah blah, and then yeah, so I have a button to activate away mode. It's called away mode because I use it if I ever have to step away from the camera so that the game doesn't get, or so that the stream doesn't get as boring when I have to step away from the camera. Oh, okay, here we go. So we should see giant blue lines falling from the sky in the very near future. Hopefully. We'll see. I mean, it could be that actually we're. No, yeah, no. This is good. Yeah, they're there. All right, so we should be seeing two of them. Good. Yeah, two. One falling slightly faster than the other. Good. 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 All right, so that is working. So was that a goofy transition or was that a regular transition? It might just be that that was a regular transition. That was a regular transition, so I guess it would make sense that it would work. So now the real test will be if. Hey, Tonio, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, the other test will be the goofy transition because that's I guess the one where it would have broken. And so it could be that when we saw it working before, like it just seemed like it was working because we were seeing a non-goofy transition. Uh, and then yeah, the river effect was way more prominent, so it might have been that they were both broken, but like the snow just wasn't as in your face broken, and so it wasn't as noticeable. So if at the end of this transition, if we don't see the blue bars again, that means that I do have to fix it up. And I guess it's gonna take a second to get there, so I might as well go look at the. Might as well go look at. All right, so goofy phase transition has initiated. So yeah, so right, so first we were checking for event type 1. Event type 1 is the river, for example. What we need to look at now is the cases where we handle event type 2, because these ones might be broken. I forget how I implemented it. So they might work. They might just work, but no, they can't both just work. One of them has to be broken. Or no. Yeah, no, I guess actually, hypothetically, it could have been that they were broken, but that or like that they would have been broken, but I actually did preemptively upgrade them correctly. Let me see here. So for VI in range 2, vertical scroll, vert speed, else. Huh. We just scroll it vertically. That's all we do here. So is the rest of it just handled? No. No. This just isn't where we handle it. Right? Where else do we handle event type? Oh, okay. Is this where we do it? I'm really hoping those blue bars just show up so I don't have to figure it out. Hopefully it just works. We'll find out in just a moment. Oh, it's almost time. We can see there's a slight break in the clouds coming up. Oh, blue bars! Alright, it just works. It just works. It just naturally works. Alright, I don't have to care about it. It just naturally works. I don't have to figure it out. Because this is a goofy transition. So, good. Good then. Snow. So yeah, so the snow does fade out gradually rather than fading out abruptly. Alright. I can undo those blue bars. Undo, save. Undo, save. Undo, save. Undo, save. Alright, good. I am really glad about that because I forget how I implemented that. The blue bars were to test. So the reason you didn't see any of the blue bars during the yeah, that was just for testing purposes. Are there any opposition events? After getting lost in the woods, you come across a skirmish between orcs and gnolls. Both know the area well and can help you find your way, but neither will trust you unless you can help from orcs. Yes. Yes, that is event type 2. Here, let me legendary neurotoxin. Funny you should mention. There is a forum I set up where players can submit events, and what you described there is very much an event type 2. Oh, sorry. On the forum, it's called Vote. It is called Vote. It's called Vote. Like there's not really a perfect name to describe these events because like each of these event types can be used for like very many different circumstances. But it's called Vote because it's the event type wherein the group has to make a decision. Yeah, that's actually a really good one. That I would strongly encourage you to submit that if you are inclined to do so. You would earn a quill badge in the game. You'd get a shiny where is it? You'd get a shiny little feather, a little silvered feather to stick in your cap, and you would be credited with the event. And every time the event comes up, I was thinking I don't know if I'll do this, but I was thinking every time the event comes up, the author gets like an extra bonus point or something like that. I haven't instituted anything like that yet, but I don't know. I just yeah, I that is really clever. I had not thought of an event like that, and that I think that one's really good as you had written it. The other part of events is just to write the outcomes. So like the outcomes are just like uh, so the reason I don't advertise that link is because if you've never played the game, it would be almost impossible to write a legit event, right? And even if you have played the game before, like I think the form needs to I think the form needs like more to it. Like right now, if you're very intimately acquainted with the game, you can write events using that form. But if you're like even someone who's played the game before, like could really easily slip up and uh like because a lot like it's very easy even using the form to write events that aren't necessarily valid for the game. Like for example, if you tried to write that event, like the event you described, the orcs and gnolls, if you wrote that as event type uh, 2, perfect, great, works perfectly. If you wrote that as event type 4, then it would come out like tragic. Event type 4 is balance, because event type 4 and event type 2, or sorry, I always think of them personally as numbers, but yeah, vote and balance are the exact opposite. Vote is successful if players can pick a strategy. Balance is successful if players can divide evenly. So, uh, yeah, like I don't know. I guess like so far relatively few people have actually expressed interest in making events, but I guess like yeah, I could just make the form better, right? Like because it's basically at this point I just share the forms with people who get it, right? Like you obviously get it, so um, yeah, I could touch that up, make it a little clearer because yeah, I don't know. I like. I think the game is more fun the more variety it has to it. So, the more people want to submit events, like I think that's like everybody wins basically. um, so yeah, I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that after the stream or something. I might do it later today if if I get bored with this environment stuff, but I don't know. Uh, okay. Oh yeah, and so another thing, legendary neurotoxin. This is like definitely not standard stuff, but like one thing you might notice on the form is that it doesn't actually it doesn't actually cover literally every feature of the game. However, if you go to and I'm just gonna like put in bad data. I'm not actually going to submit this, so please don't follow my example and don't submit bad data, please. If you're going to submit an event, only submit good data, please. Yeah, so on the last page, there's additional comment section. I just wanted to point this out because, I mean, someone who really understands how the game works. I wanted to add the additional comment section because like there are features that the form won't prompt you for. It won't prompt you to put in to like specify which options are fake options. But if you want that, additional comments. That's what it's for. Fake options are if for those of you who are familiar, like so like in an event like in this one that's currently happening, you find a torn map with a trail scratched in it. Would you head in that direction or seek the owner of the map? Like some events go like, would you head in that direction, seek the owner of the map, or fold it into an origami crane or something like that? And so some events have options which like are specified in text as if they're real options, but they're actually not part of the game. They actually like they don't show up as action tags on the screen. They don't actually register in the system. So like the yeah, so like I don't know, things like that. Wow, are the events really fast now? Are they too fast? I don't know. Uh, huh. Um, I changed the timing on the events, and if before they felt too long, now they might feel a little too fast. Maybe I should put it closer to like 2 minutes, because I think it used to be